What? It's me. I'm here. I'm back. I'm recording. Love this. I really love this for me. I love this for you. I love this. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. I haven't said that in so long. Oh my gosh. Welcome back to the channel. I don't even know if I should say welcome back, because to be honest, y'all, we're gonna get into it, okay? I don't want to get ahead of myself, but to be honest, I feel like this is a whole new thing we're about to venture on together. So I'm here to mumble through it with y'all. If this is your first time, my name is Gaby, full name Gabrielle, and here I am, okay? I haven't had an upload in almost 7 months, and that is just, it's cruel. And I'm here to apologize, because you know what? I really need to work on the fact that YouTube has been my most loyal audience. I have been with y'all since 2018, which was not my first social platform. Really, Instagram was my first, you know, social platform, if you will. But YouTube was my first, like, you know, really sharing my life sort of setup. And y'all have been faithful through the years, and I have been very unfaithful. I have done y'all dirty in so many ways, and I'm just here to confess my sins to y'all and to the Lord because this area of my creative life haunts me. When I'm not doing this, there is a constant voice in the back of my head. I think it's that coupled with the Holy Spirit telling me there's a whole lane, a whole avenue, things that He has put in my mouth, in my heart, that need to be shared. And yet I get overwhelmed by the cares of life, and the first thing to go is YouTube. Y'all have heard this saga before, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, okay? Because if you've been here, you know I do my welcome back, I do my I'm sorry's, I do my oh my gosh, what is life? Where have y'all been? Where have I been for the last however long? We can just skip the formalities, okay? We're close enough for y'all to understand that we're just gonna jump right into it, okay? Y'all don't want to hear my excuses. You just don't. I know you don't. So instead, I'm gonna focus on the real reasons why I'm here, which is to yap about life and just updates and what is going on, what I hope for this channel to hopefully grow into. We got a lot to talk about. So grab your tea, grab your coffee, grab something to eat. I'm gonna try to knock this out before the sun leaves us, even though sun's been sticking around a lot more lately these days. But yeah, get comfortable because we got a lot to talk about. So where do I begin? It is currently March of 2025. The last video that I uploaded for y'all, I believe, was in October of 2024. At that time, we had just moved into our brand new house. In a lot of ways, it still looks like a brand new house because life has been lifing for us, which I will get into. First and foremost, my office. This is my office. If you saw my Pinterest board and what it currently looks like, you would be very confused about the disconnect. Huge disconnect, okay? I have a vision for this space, and I just haven't had the time or the funds, to be completely transparent with you, to do what I envision. Now I think we are moving toward the place probably over the next couple of weeks where I will start to do some things, mainly a bookcase. I really want a pseudo built-in bookcase over on this wall over here. But like painting, I want to do wallpaper on this wall behind me. Like, this is going to be our film room. I work in this space, so I do have a standing desk, which is what y'all are currently on right now. There's a lot I want to do with this space. But instead, I just have stacks of books on the floor, which you can't see, currently out of frame. All of my craft things and everything is just on the floor in here. I'm currently sitting in a dining chair, an extra dining chair. You can imagine how painful that is while working on a hard butt chair. Yeah. So we've got a lot of work to do to make this house a home. Honestly, the Lord has provided. We have what we need, so that's that. And I'm just gonna be grateful for that portion of it. And await all the cool blessings and things that I think will be coming as we make this house home. I think that's where I left y'all, was summer 2024, while we were living with my in-law, his mom, and right before we were about to move out into our new home. So the very next video, which I'm excited to finally go back and watch and edit, is going to be our move-in vlog. Actually, I probably will do the home tour first and then the move-in vlog. But I was recording throughout that time. It is footage that I still think is fun and relevant for those who were following the moving journey. Like, you probably want to see that footage. So that's where we're gonna pick up, and then at some point it'll converge into real time, because I did stop vlogging. I did like our move-in, the first couple weeks in the house. I think I did some stuff around the holidays maybe, and then I just fell off. So I don't know if we'll get into holiday stuff, because it's like, I feel like Christmas stuff is just reserved for Christmas season. Like, who really wants to watch a Christmas vlog in March or April? Like, I don't know. I love Christmas, but I don't know if y'all want that. So, but to get into some life updates, that's really why I'm here. I just want to jump in and give y'all the life updates. So I will preface this by, I did try to record this. Actually, technically did record a video for y'all similar to this, but it was like right when we were in the thick of the thick. And honestly, I didn't even go back and watch it. I wasn't super thrilled about posting it. I wanted to post it, but these internet streets are not always kind to vulnerability. But I did sit down and try to record for you all kind of what was going on. I think I recorded like early January. Just never got it posted. And to be honest, I'm glad I didn't, because I think that life update would have tried this expectation of getting back into YouTube, and my capacity was zilch, zero, none, negative 90 back then. So trying to force myself back into YouTube, it would have just been back into another gap of time where, you know, it just wouldn't have made sense, to be honest. So but I did try to record it, and it was to talk about Luther's health journey. So my husband Luther is currently, as of yesterday, officially on the pancreas kidney transplant list, which is amazing. That might be blowing some of y'all's mind who don't follow me on other social platforms. I've kind of documented the process to a certain extent on TikTok and a little bit on Instagram, but my husband's health has been a journey. I can't remember if in one of the vlogs that I did post, I shared with you all that I think it was August of last year or early September last year, he went into the hospital and didn't come out for like 5-6 days. And it was totally unexpected. We didn't know what was going on. Like, his body was just like going through it. And he is a type 1 diabetic, has been since he was 13 years old. So he definitely has certain health challenges, but it was definitely new for us. It just, the symptoms were just like, something is going on. So like I said, our lighting, hold on, our lighting, please lock. There you go. Okay. So turns out his kidney functioning actually was severely impacted by dehydration and some other things that were going on. And so they had been monitoring his kidney functioning for, I think, 2 years, or just about 2 years. And we're starting to notice a decline, but it wasn't really in the range of like kidney failure just yet. And then at that hospital stay, it was like, hey, your kidneys are failing. And it was like, what do y'all mean? Like, what are you saying to us? What does this mean? And so they hinted at the transplant conversation back then, which, to be honest, for both of us at the time was just like, I'm sorry, what? Like, are y'all talking about this man gonna get some organs put in his body? What? So it was mind-blowing back then. Now we've sort of come around to understanding the process. We've been through a lot to better understand kind of where he is now. But yeah, so they ended up, after 6 days, sending him home. Ton of medication, like just a whole new life shift as far as diet and a lot of things that they were giving us that were like, hey, you need to like really be strict about what you're eating, what you're doing. It was a lot. It was overwhelming. And it really around the same time as we were about to move into our new home. So it was just like, okay, Lord, like, okay, help us. So we ended up moving in, and he was, you know, on his new medication regimen and just trying to get settled with that. We both were, honestly, just getting used to the new way of life. And then in December, he fell ill, really, I want to say like middle of December. honestly, back then it was just something very similar to like a cold, nothing super alarming. But as you can imagine, with something as serious as like kidney failure, kidney disease, very small, minor things for other people can turn into something very major. And that's exactly what happened. It got real bad. His symptoms were lingering. He had this crazy cough that was just like debilitating. And next thing I knew, we were in and out of the hospital. I don't even remember how many times we were in and out of the hospital. It was a wild couple of weeks. Like, my dad ended up going into the hospital right before Christmas time, and he had a new scary diagnosis. It was just, y'all, like, Christmas is a blur. To be honest, Christmas is a blur, because between my father and my husband's, hospital was my second home. And it was just like, hey, what's going on? So yeah, Christmas is already a blur. And then like right after Christmas is when Luther was in and out of the hospital, brought in the new year in the hospital. Yeah, it was a time, to be honest. And so things were just getting really real. I was starting to plan for taking possibly a leave of absence at work. It was intense, y'all. Like, it got wild there for a minute. But as always, God saw us through that. And even Babe just really had a fight and an endurance like no other. I will give him so many props. Like, and we probably need to do a whole separate video on this, but how this has impacted our new marriage. Like, those who've been following for some time know, like, we're only just celebrating 2 years in a couple of months. Like, in May, we will be 2 years old as far as married. And who knew that in sickness and in health was gonna knock us in our jaw immediately, just immediately. So watching his endurance and perseverance, even though physically he is not all there, is just, wow. It's incredible. Honestly, I'm excited at this point. Didn't always talk like this, but now I'm excited to see what the Lord's going to do with this testimony, because it's just like, there's just too much attached to this for the Lord not to be like literally about to do his big one. Like, he's about to do his big one, and I'm just happy to be a witness. So yeah, so that was that period of time. And just trying to navigate and get settled. He had started his appointments and all these different things that he had to do to be placed on the transplant list. So that's what we were starting the process for throughout that time as well. You know, getting basically a checklist done for his case to be presented to the transplant board for them, or transplant committee, I guess is what they're called. For them to decide on, you know, whether he qualified for the transplant list, and if he did, is it just for kidney or is it for kidney pancreas? And so, like I said, the good news we got yesterday is that he ended up getting approved for kidney and pancreas. Obviously a more complex surgery and a lot more that goes into that, but honestly, it will give him new life. It heals him from type 1 diabetes, which he always said, like, I wonder if I'll ever be able to live a life without diabetes. Like, will I ever know that? Can I ever be healed from diabetes? And I always told him it is possible, and we didn't know how the Lord was going to do it, but to just see how all the pieces are falling in line, and how he will literally be diabetes and kidney disease free when he gets his transplant. Like, don't start me, because I will shout. I will rip up this carpet with a shout, with a praise right now. So don't, see, I know. Don't get me started though. We're just gonna keep moving on so we can finish this video. So miracles are on the way. Miracles are unfolding. The Lord is already doing miracles. There were some bumps along the way with, you know, getting him to the transplant decision, but everything worked out and he is on the list. Okay, so our next steps now, we're waiting for insurance to approve, and then we'll get all of our information about basically how do we prep our lives to be ready to drop everything at a call to get to the hospital in like an hour for him to get his new organs. So Yeah, there's a lot we can unpack with the transplant story. I am definitely going to be sort of keeping up with you guys about just what this process looks like. I've never gone through anything like this with anyone in my life, so I don't know. Maybe you're not interested, maybe you are interested, I don't know, but I will be documenting as much of this journey as he feels comfortable with, because obviously this is mainly his story. So yeah, I'll be, if y'all are interested, just keep following along, because it'll be a journey. Even though we're celebrating this milestone of him being added to the transplant list, there's still so many other steps that are unfolding as part of that. There's a lot of healing journey that has to come, you know, from that. I mean, 12-week recovery, I'll be off of work for that period of time. But even how God is aligning like my job to be in a place where I can take that time off and not have anything affect my salary, and like, just, y'all, he's in the details, okay? Our God is in the details, and he's showing out. And I'm grateful. I really, like, when I was going through the worst of it with Luther, I was very down, very emotional. Like, I think that's why I never posted that video for y'all, is because I was going through it, and you could see it on me. I was wearing it. It was heavy. And I had a lot of questions. I wasn't doubting God, but I had questions, you know? And I was just like, what is going on? Whereas now I just feel like I have a new perspective of all of it. I just really do. Like, I see his hand in all of it. And so, yeah, it's going to be a very interesting journey, but one that is going to be an incredible testimony. So, yeah, I'm glad I can talk about it like this on this side of it. I don't mind being vulnerable in the moment, but I think in this case, I like how I'm able to talk about it now. And I think it's just a better way to have done it. So then what else? Life update wise, obviously that's the big kahuna. Life update wise, I really feel like I am turning over a new leaf, y'all. I am now 31 years old. What? We've been together on YouTube since I was 24 years old. What? I was thinking about it the other day. Like, I launched my channel in 2018 on my 24th birthday. We've been rocking for 7 years. Now, have I been consistent all 7? No. Was my channel more so popping for those first 2 years, and just the rest of y'all that are left are just real ones hanging on for the ride? Absolutely. But regardless, we've been here 7 years, okay? Y'all have got a piece of my life in some way over the last 7 years. That is crazy. And so with that, I think I have been stuck in this limbo of like holding on to what my channel used to be and how it started and the momentum that I had, and like where I know I want it to go. Like, y'all, I have, man, ideas, vision, passion. Like, I do feel like it's almost a new chapter for my channel. Like, I had even thought about like starting over completely. Like, I don't know how many people are still watching my old videos, but I had thought about like just wiping and just starting over. I'm not gonna do that because I think there's something cool about having like the archive of just where I've come from. But I just feel something shifting. I feel a momentum about my channel that I had back when I first started it, where I was posting like 1 to 2 videos a week. I feel that right now. Like, I don't know if it was around my birthday or what, but I just felt like I don't want to keep sitting around and not fully accessing life to its fullest potential. Like, I've been coasting, and I know a lot of you came from like my college days and like getting all the degrees and doing all that stuff, but to be honest, it would probably shock you all that that portion of my identity, probably 10% I think of who I actually am and the purpose that I think God put on my life. That sounds crazy to say out loud, but y'all, I don't even know if my future is going to be based off of the 9 years that I spent in college. Take that and do with it what you will. I'm still processing it and trying to figure out what all the Lord really wants me to do. But I don't feel tethered. No, let me reword that. I don't feel passionately like tied to that version of myself that I have been. I think there are pieces and parts of it that are me. But I think where the Lord is taking me may have less to do with like my actual degrees and a lot of the just transferable experiences and skills that I picked up along the way. I hope that makes sense. I'm still working through it, so maybe it doesn't make sense. I don't know. But I'm just, you know, we're just yapping here, okay? I'm updating y'all. On my life, and it's just where I am at 31. Is like, hobbies are a high priority for me, like high up. And I basically abandoned all of my hobbies in college. Not all of them, because I was still doing YouTube and graphic design and stuff like that, but I have not been on my hobbies like I used to be when I was thriving as a kid, as a teenager. Like, your girl used to do all of the crafting, all of the scrapbooking, all of the crochet, all of the making music, doing all the things. Now, making music, okay, that's not necessarily something I need to explore again, but like reading, all of that. And so actually just finished my first physical book, y'all. Y'all might judge me, but I'm telling you, I haven't read a physical book for leisure in probably 2 decades. Like, probably not since high school, when we had to like, we had required reading, like some of those books like Fahrenheit 451, or what's that book by George Orwell, Animal Farm. Like, honestly, since those like days of being required to read certain books, fiction books, you know, nonfiction, your girl has not picked up a physical book and said, I'm gonna read this just because I want to read. Why? Because college required reading, research articles and textbooks killed reading for me, okay? I don't want a book. When I have a moment to myself, I'm not picking up a book. I'm going to do anything else. But I've been struggling for years and like, I know I love books. I love the library. The library was my first job at 14 years old, and I loved it. I love books. I love the fantasy world of it all. I love it. So I've been trying to get back to it, and I'm very excited to say that I just finished a book. I don't know if I brought it up here. You know, it's still downstairs, but I finished Abby Jimenez, Yours Truly. Y'all, obsessed. Not only was it just a bomb romance, but why was there a whole kidney transplant story in the book? Okay, my battery died, so I got cut off. I don't know if y'all heard me, but there's a whole kidney transplant story in the story. And I had no idea, okay? That was not why I picked the book. It was just people had recommendations about it being a good book. The perfect book to get me back into reading. The last half of the book I read in one sitting on Tuesday night. Literally. The beginning definitely kept me intrigued, excited. I was reading pretty rapidly in the beginning, but when I tell you, I picked up that book from like chapter maybe 18, 19, 20, and read it all the way through chapter 48 in one sitting. What? I literally almost cried when I was done with the book for several reasons. The storyline, the kidney transplant component of it all, was like, oh my gosh, I'm living this. This is my life. And then it was like, Gaby, you really read a book. Like, it was like baby Gaby inside of me, young Gaby, was like fully thriving. Like, couldn't put the book down and was like, girl, I've been here all along trying to get your attention, and you finally listened to me. Like, don't get me started because I'll cry right now. So anyways, book reading, amazing. Another thing I've been doing, learned a new hobby, sourdough baking. Loving it. Not only did I learn it and have done several things like bagels and loaves with inclusions, your girl also has been selling loaves. Like, the people love the bread and they have paid me to bake them the bread. Y'all, what? Isn't that crazy? I know, it's insane. So that's my other hobby. I am totally down a rabbit hole on my soon-to-be next hobby, which is doing book journaling, building my home library, and just getting back into reading all the things. The whole bullet journaling thing has me so intrigued and so excited. I've been watching so many vlogs and TikToks and all the things about it. So I definitely think that's my next wave. Eventually crochet will be back in my life, but just like scrapbooking and doing that kind of like crafty stuff, oh my gosh, I literally have a list. Y'all can judge me if you want to. Okay, Here's my list, you guys. Literally, I have a list of things that I'm like, I'm getting all the things. Rubber alphabet stamps, cardstock, markers, fine point black markers, washi tape, pens, pencils, gel pens. Okay, we have our roller tape and we're going in. Okay, I've had a Cricut for years. My friend bought me a Cricut back in like 2018, 2019, some real long time ago. I've used the thing like twice. No more. Once we get this office together, we get our little setup for all our supplies, we are crafting. We are getting back into creative, crafty space. We're getting the stickers. Are y'all following me? We are going full-fledged hobby. And that is where y'all come in, okay? I am feeling, like I said, other than the fact that our lighting is trying to leave us, okay, I feel like I am back on the level of excitement that I had when I first started my YouTube. I've been so inspired by a few influencers who just they speak to my soul, and they really, like, it's a lot of Christian influencers as well that just live their life out loud and really are, I don't know, they're just modeling for me like what is possible if I really allow myself to get out of the mindset of like the rat race of career and all of that, and just be who God created you to be, and get back to like a true understanding of my identity and my purpose, and explore that fully without like feeling like I'm chasing after a degree or a title or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to detach from that, and I've wanted that for so long, and I just feel the Lord making space for that in my current area of life, and so we're taking advantage of it, okay? So this channel is going to look like whatever it is that I'm exploring. Is it going to turn into a hobby channel? Possibly. You're just going to have to follow along as I capture my life and figure it out with me. You know, we're just going to figure it out together, is what I'm telling you. A few other things. I'm reading through the Bible in a year this year. I'm doing it using this super cool sticker, which is so funny because it's not filled out yet, so don't judge me. But I'm keeping track of it using this, which I got from TikTok Shop, and it is like bookshelf. Basically, it has all the books of the Bible, and you color them in as you read a book of the Bible. So I'm determined to get through this thing this year, and really just seek out in a whole new way. I've had so much revelation so far off of just the things I'm doing. I'm also using this Year in the Bible resource from, who did I get this from? Is it Alabaster? Yes, from Alabaster Company. It has this beautiful picture for each week. It gives you your chapters and books for the week. And it has like a little devotional sort of thing in the beginning, and then it's got like reflection questions. I'm losing things. It has like reflection questions. So I'm really excited about this because it's different. It's not in chronological order, which I have done the Old Testament in chronological order in the past, actually years ago when I was doing the Bible study. But I like this better, especially if you've tried to like read through the Bible in a year several times and you're starting in chronological order. You've read Genesis 50,000 times. And at some point we've got to make it past Genesis. We got to make it past the Old Testament. You understand? So this is really cool because it has basically readings pulled from Old and New Testament, and they're by theme. So like, hold on. Week 1 is relationship between God and humanity. Week 2 is divine guidance and provision. Week 3, new beginnings. Week 4, God's unbreakable promises. See what I'm saying? It's like by theme instead of just in chronological order. They still kind of go in chronological order, but not really. So that is what we're on. So see what I'm saying? Like the stuff that I'm getting into, the stuff that is like filling up my heart, filling up my soul, feeding this 31-year-old version of myself. That is what I'm going to be talking about on here, okay? I'm not going to overthink it. I'm not going to say it's a vlog channel, to this channel, to that channel. Listen, it's a whatever I decide to post channel, okay? Do I have a niche? Do I have a specific category? I don't, okay? I'm still natural. Y'all used to love the natural hair videos. Those may find their way in there. But to be honest, I prefer my hair braided up these days because I don't like doing my hair, okay? I do this mini twist. Look at them. They're in a pinup. Because who has the energy for natural hair? You know what I'm saying? Braid me up and send me on my way. Especially with how much I work out. It's just like, no thank you. So I am wondering if I covered everything I wanted to cover in this. Let me actually go look, because I took notes. Okay, y'all know I will take a note. Okay. Okay, so I think I covered actually most of what I wanted to cover. There are a few other things on there, but I feel like this video is already long. We want to be realistic with me editing it and getting it up. I also think some of those could be topics for other things, like my fertility journey. I would love to talk to y'all about my fertility journey currently and what it has been. I would love to talk to y'all about my career and my job. I've kind of hinted at it, but a lot has changed with, I'll say it like this, a lot is changing with my career that's outside of my control. Would love to go in more depth on that in the near future. Would also love to take y'all along for home updates as we go. Honestly, my office would probably be one of the first areas that I get to document. And yeah, we're just gonna go on this together, okay? I'm hoping to do my prayer wall over here. Let me just give y'all a little, because the lighting is just terrible anyway. So this is my office, looking exactly how it looked when I first moved in and unboxed everything. A few of my plants died, the big ones. Yeah, I basically just stopped watering them when I moved here. I don't know how to explain myself and why I did that. But if we decide to get other ones, they're only like 20 bucks at IKEA. Okay, that's where I got them from in the first place. Now I know at least how to keep them alive. I didn't kill them, you know, by doing something wrong. I just stopped watering them. Anywho, this little nook wall over here is where I want to do my prayer wall. I want to do that ASAP. Like, I really want to get this office done, y'all. At least painted, so I can start to do that. I miss my prayer wall. I need it. I need it for this season of my life. All this stuff I told y'all, it's time. So doing that, hopefully. That's my little closet where I keep like all of my equipment and anything else that I need to store. This wall is the one that I want to do the built-in, so I really want to get the IKEA Billy bookcases and just completely revamp them so that it looks like a built-in over here. Have I watched the videos? Yes. Do I love the outcome of the videos? Yes. Do I think that I'm capable of DIYing a built-in bookcase with IKEA Billy bookcases? To be determined, because the answer is no. My confidence says no, you can't do that. But I'm not paying somebody else to do it, so I gotta figure it out. This back wall is going to be hopefully a couch right here, and then like either a wallpaper background, or I really think I'm gonna do wallpaper because I want it to be like a statement, because it's kind of my like behind me scenery for when I have like my Zoom meetings and stuff like that. But I also want it to be like my film corner. Like, can't you just picture me filming from this angle? Great sunlight from the window right here, but also, you know, a little peek of bookshelf, a little peek of wallpaper. What? The videos are gonna go up. Are you kidding me? This is the door. So probably won't do anything special here. Although I did think about, if I do like a block like paint color, I'm probably gonna paint the door. Risky, but I might paint the door. We'll see. And then this wall, I think I'm just gonna paint because wallpaper is expensive. If you haven't looked up wallpaper, even just the peel and stick, I'm telling you, very expensive. When I looked up how much it would cost to wallpaper this wall and this back wall, I was like, I might as well just build a whole new house. Like, what? So this wall will just paint, but I want to do some kind of system over here from probably IKEA where I can store all of my like crafting and all this stuff. Like, look how much stuff I have, and it's not even everything I want. Like I told you, I have a list. We're going ham in somebody's Michael's Joann Fabrics, although RIP, it may not be around by the time I need it because all those stores are closing. The one that's right down the street is closing. And I tried to go in there and get some blowout stuff, y'all, and that place was trashed. And it was trashed off of sales that are like 20 to 40%. Y'all, now we're supposed to leave the stuff there until they give us like 75% blowout. Then we go in and ravage everything. Somebody missed the memo. A lot of us missed the memo because I went in there and walked right back out. Like 25 cents off of something that costs $14 is not a sale. Anywho, that was a random rant. Okay, so I do want to get some kind of system, like I said, to store all my crafty stuff. I want to get like a little table probably to put in front, not a table, but almost like a coffee table maybe, so that I can actually work on the table, you know, or like kick my feet up or something. I don't know. But like I need a space to craft because this desk is spacious, but it's not really for crafting. Like I basically only have a half a desk because we have this piece here for storage, which I actually really love. It's also a standing desk, so I can stand, you know, hit my buttons. I got this off a TikTok shop if you're curious. It's a mess right now. There's a lot of cleaning that needs to happen, but this is my desk space, so keeping that mainly for work, and then all the crafty fun stuff will be like back here. So that is the vision. I'm talking a lot when I literally said I was about to end the video because I'm doing too much. But basically I think that's the next like DIY sort of thing that we'll see on the channel. So I don't know, y'all, because like I said, I still want to post the moving footage in some kind of way. But if you're along for the ride and you're still watching this, that means you're a real one. And I just want to say thank you, and I'm sorry for neglecting you, but seasons of life were what they were, and now we're in a new season and we're gonna have a good time with it. I think we're gonna have a good time with it. So I won't make any promises because I don't want to be a liar, but I really do feel like you'll see me around in the YouTube streets a little bit more in the coming days. So with that being said, if you made it this far, like I said, drop down in the comments, let me know, say hi. I want to talk to y'all. Seriously, love responding to every single comment that comes in, unless you're a scammer or a bot and you just get deleted. But I really do like having conversation and just being up to date on life. So drop down in the comment section, let's have a conversation. Until I see y'all in the next video, can't wait to get y'all fully real time caught up to life these days and all of the fun things that we have ahead, and crazy things like a kidney pancreas transplant. What? I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.